Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. You know, I love a good science experiment, but sometimes those experiments attract some unwanted guests. Case in point, ants. Those little guys can sniff out a crumb from a mile away and suddenly, your kitchen counter looks like a scene from an ant reality show. Not ideal, right? So today, we're ditching the chemical warfare and exploring 9 natural, effective ways to evict those 6-legged squatters from your home and garden. Let's get this ant-repelling party started. First up, we're bringing out the big guns, or should I say the fragrant spice rack. That's right, we're talking cinnamon. Turns out ants absolutely hate the smell of cinnamon. You see, ants navigate using scent trails, and cinnamon messes with their tiny little minds. It's like throwing a wrench in their GPS system, leaving them completely disoriented. So how do you deploy this secret weapon? It's simple. Just sprinkle some cinnamon powder around any entry points you've spotted in your home. Windows, doors, cracks in the wall, you name it. And hey, if you're dealing with ants in the garden, cinnamon can help there too. Sprinkle it around the base of your plants to keep those critters from climbing up and munching on your precious veggies. Now I know what you're thinking. Mark, is cinnamon really that powerful? And the answer is you bet it is. It's all thanks to a compound called cinnamaldehyde, which gives cinnamon its distinctive smell and throws those ants for a loop. Plus, using cinnamon is a much safer alternative to harsh chemicals, especially if you've got curious kids or pets running around. Who wants to spray toxic stuff all over their house anyway? Not me. So ditch the harmful pesticides and embrace the power of cinnamon. It's a natural, effective, and dare I say, delicious way to send those ants packing. Moving on to our next natural ant deterrent, and this one's a real treat for us humans too. We're talking about the fresh, clean scent of citrus. Lemons, oranges, grapefruits, ants can't stand them. It's like holding a lemon wedge under an ant's nose and watching it recoil in horror. They just can't handle that citrusy blast. And the best part? You probably already have some citrus fruits lying around your kitchen, so put those leftover orange peels to good use. Scatter them around areas where you've seen ant activity, or use a lemon wedge to wipe down your countertops and baseboards. Believe me, those ants will turn tail and run faster than you can say lemonade. But wait, there's more. If you want to take your citrus ant defense to the next level, try making a citrus spray. It's super easy. Just mix a few drops of your favorite citrus essential oil, lemon, orange, or even grapefruit with water in a spray bottle. Give it a good shake, and you've got yourself a potent ant repellent. Spray this magical concoction around entry points, windowsills, and anywhere else you suspect those tiny invaders might be lurking. The refreshing citrus scent will leave your home smelling amazing, and the ants? Well, they'll be long gone, searching for a less fragrant place to hang out. Alright, so you've tried cinnamon, citrus, and maybe even essential oils, but what about something simpler, already in your kitchen? That's right, coffee grounds. Ants aren't fans of coffee. The acidity messes with their sense of smell. Just sprinkle used coffee grounds where you've noticed ants. Around the base of your house, near doors and windows, or around garden plants. The grounds act like a force field, deterring ants. Now if you really want to up your coffee ground game, try targeting their established trails. Ants are creatures of habit, following the same pheromone trails to and from food sources. Once you've identified these ant highways, sprinkle a thin line of coffee grounds directly on the trail. This creates a potent smell barrier that disrupts their navigation and sends them scrambling for a detour. Think of it like setting up a roadblock on their way to a picnic. They'll be forced to turn around and find a different route, hopefully one that doesn't lead them into your pantry. And hey, if you're feeling extra ambitious, try making a perimeter around your entire house with coffee grounds. It might sound like a lot, but trust me, the results will be worth it. You'll be sipping your morning coffee in peace, knowing those pesky ants are nowhere in sight. Alright, enough with the coffee break. Let's move on to another household staple that sends ants running for the hills, white vinegar. Now you might be thinking, vinegar? Isn't that for cleaning and making salad dressing? And you'd be right, but it also happens to be a powerful ant repellent. You see, ants rely heavily on their sense of smell to navigate, find food, and communicate with each other. And let's be honest, the strong, pungent odor of vinegar isn't exactly winning any awards in the ant world. In fact, the smell is so overpowering to their sensitive antennae that it completely messes with their ability to follow scent trails and locate food sources. It's like trying to find your way through a maze while blindfolded and wearing a clothespin on your nose. Not an easy task. So how do you unleash the power of vinegar on those pesky ants? It's super simple. Just mix up a solution of equal parts water and white vinegar in a spray bottle. Now that you've got your trusty vinegar solution ready to go, it's time to target those ant hotspots. Start by spraying the solution liberally around areas where you've seen ant activity. This could be along baseboards, windowsills, doorways, or anywhere those little guys like to make their grand entrance. Don't be shy, give it a good spray, especially around cracks, crevices, and any potential entry points. Remember, you're not trying to drown the ants, just create an unpleasant odor barrier that sends them packing. But the ant-repelling powers of vinegar don't stop there. You can also use a diluted vinegar solution, about 1 part vinegar to 3 parts water, to wipe down your countertops, floors, and other surfaces where ants might be attracted to food crumbs or spills. This not only helps to eliminate any tempting food sources but also leaves behind a faint vinegar scent that acts as a deterrent for any scouting ants. It's like putting up a no-vacancy sign for those 6-legged squatters. So, we've covered coffee grounds and vinegar, but what if you're looking for a more, shall we say, aggressive approach to ant control? Well, my friends, let me introduce you to the dynamic duo of the pepper world black pepper and cayenne pepper. Now, before you go dumping your entire spice rack on the floor, let me explain. Both black pepper and cayenne pepper contain a compound called piperine, which gives them their characteristic pungent flavor. And while we humans might enjoy a little sprinkle of pepper on our eggs or in our stir-fries, ants absolutely despise it. Piperine acts as an irritant to ants, messing with their sense of smell and even causing a mild burning sensation. It's like walking barefoot on a bed of hot coals for those tiny critters. Not exactly a pleasant experience, right? So, how do you deploy these spicy soldiers in your fight against ants? It's simple. Just grab your trusty pepper shaker or two and head to those ant hotspots. Now, when it comes to using pepper as an ant repellent, a little goes a long way. Focus on strategic sprinkling in areas where you've seen ant activity. Start by sprinkling a thin line of black pepper around the perimeter of your house, paying close attention to doorways and windowsills. You can also target ant trails directly by creating a pepper barrier. This disrupts their navigation and sends them scrambling. Alright, moving on to number 6 on our hit list of natural ant repellents, cloves. Now, you might know cloves as that warm, aromatic spice that makes your pumpkin pie sing, but what you might not know is that ants absolutely despise the smell. It's so strong for them, it totally throws off their whole navigation system. You see, ants rely heavily on scent trails to find food and communicate. Throwing some cloves into the mix really messes with their ability to follow those chemical signals. Think of it like trying to smell a delicious pizza while someone's blasting an air horn right next to you. It's just too much sensory overload and they're gonna want to get out of there. So how do you use this to your advantage? It's super simple. Just grab some cloves from your spice rack, and I mean real cloves, not that ground stuff, and sprinkle them around areas where you've seen those pesky ants marching. Entry points, windowsills, near your trash cans. You got it. Clove it up. Now, cloves are great for general ant deterrents, but they really shine when it comes to protecting your pantry and food storage areas. Those little guys are always on the hunt for a free meal, and your pantry is like an all-you-can-eat buffet for them. So here's a pro tip. Take a few whole cloves and place them inside your pantry, in your spice rack, or even inside containers where you store flour, sugar, and other dry goods. The strong scent will create an invisible force field, keeping those 6-legged bandits far away from your precious snacks. Trust me, the last thing you want is to find a bunch of ants having a rave in your bag of chips. Plus, your pantry's gonna smell amazing. It's a win-win situation. Remember, when it comes to ants, cloves are your secret weapon. Alright, let's talk about number 7 on our list, peppermint essential oil. This stuff is like a superhero in a tiny bottle. It's not just good for freshening your breath or making your home smell like Christmas, it's also a potent ant repellent. See, ants and a lot of other insects for that matter, really dislike the strong, minty aroma of peppermint oil. It messes with their senses and makes it difficult for them to sniff out food sources. Plus, Peppermint oil contains a compound called menthol, which acts as a natural insecticide. Now don't worry, we're not talking about anything toxic here. It's just a natural way to deter those little critters without resorting to harsh chemicals. So, how do you unleash the power of peppermint oil on those pesky ants? Let me break it down for you. The easiest way to use peppermint oil is to make a simple DIY spray. Just grab a spray bottle, fill it with water, and add about 15 to 20 drops of pure peppermint essential oil. Give it a good shake and you're ready to go. Spray this mixture around areas where you've seen ants like entry points, windowsills, and baseboards. You can also soak some cotton balls in this solution and place them strategically around your home. Another trick is to add a few drops of peppermint oil to your regular cleaning routine. Just add a few drops to your mop water or your all-purpose cleaner. Not only will your house smell amazing, but you'll also be creating a hostile environment for those unwanted ant invaders. Remember, a little goes a long way, so start with a few drops and adjust as needed. Moving on to number 8 on our list of natural ant repellents. Cedar. Cedar mulch is a 2-for-1 deal. It makes your garden look amazing and creates an invisible barrier ants avoid. Think of it like this. You wouldn't want to crawl through scratchy, smelly stuff if you were an ant, right? Plus, it's a natural way to improve your soil and keep weeds at bay. Cedar is naturally resistant to rot and decay, so it'll last you a good long while. Now, if you don't have a garden or just want some extra ant protection, cedar chips are your new best friend. These little guys are like concentrated cedar powerhouses, packing a serious punch when it comes to repelling ants. You can sprinkle them around entry points like doors, windows, and any cracks or crevices where you've seen those little guys sneaking in. And if you're feeling extra crafty, you can even make your own cedar sachets. Just grab some scrap fabric, cut it into squares, and fill them with cedar shavings. Tie them off with some string or ribbon, and voila! You've got these cute little ant repellents that you can hang around your house or toss in drawers and closets. Plus, they make your house smell amazing. It's like having a little piece of the forest right in your living room. And unlike those chemical air fresheners, cedar is completely natural and safe for you, your family, and your pets. It's a win-win situation, really. Alright, we've arrived at our final natural ant repellent, and it's a good one. Cucumbers. I know what you're thinking. Cucumbers? Really? But trust me on this one. These green machines are more than just a refreshing snack. They actually contain these compounds called cucurbitacins, which ants find super bitter and unpleasant. Think about the last time you accidentally ate something bitter. You probably wanted to spit it out immediately, right? That's kind of what it's like for ants when they encounter cucurbitacins. It messes with their senses and makes them want to steer clear. So how do you unleash the ant-repelling power of cucumbers? Well, one way is to make cucumber peel tea. It sounds fancy, but it's super simple. Just take those peels you'd normally toss in the compost and soak them in a jar of water overnight. The cucurbitacins will leach into the water, creating a potent ant-repelling brew. Once you've got your cucumber peel tea ready, you can transfer it to a spray bottle and use it just like any other ant spray. Spray it around entry points, baseboards, windowsills, or anywhere you've seen ants. You can even use it to wipe down countertops and surfaces where ants might be attracted to food spills. But wait, there's more. You can also use cucumber slices as a natural ant deterrent. Just place a few slices near areas where ants are entering your home, like doorways or windowsills. The ants will pick up the scent and be like, "Nope, not going in there." It's like a force field of cucumber power. And if you want to go all out, you can even make a cucumber juice spray. Just blend up some cucumbers with a little bit of water, strain out the pulp, and you've got yourself a refreshing and effective ant repellent. Just remember to store any leftover spray in the fridge and use it within a few days. And there you have it, 9 natural ways to keep ants at bay. We've covered everything from cinnamon and citrus to cedar and cucumbers. Remember, these methods might take a little bit of trial and error to find what works best for your ant situation. But the best part is, they're all natural, safe for your family and pets, and won't break the bank. So ditch those harsh chemicals and give these natural remedies a try. You might be surprised at how effective they can be. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel for more awesome videos, and share it with your friends. Until next time, happy ant repelling.